Hi guys, Shigete Media here. You can also access this channel via www.youtube.com/c/Shigete Media Productions, of which is linked in the description below. And today is a bit of tech talk. Today I was wondering what would happen if you take a MacBook like the one I have over here, that's actually going to be shown in the next clip. What would happen if you try and take a Windows 7 installation with Boot Camp 4.0 drivers and just straight up update to Windows 10? Well, I'm sure people have done this before, but for my channel, let's find out what happens. Alright guys, so right now, okay, by the way, here's that MacBook I mentioned. Just a standard run-of-the-mill shipping plastic MacBook from mid 2007, I believe, and it's so out of date that I prefer to run Windows on it only because Linux is a hit or miss setup wise and otherwise, and it's a pain in the face to get it installed right. The video driver doesn't like the user interface, the UI elements of some Linux distros, and whatever else. And Windows runs, even though it's only 32-bit, because I only have just under 3 gigabytes of usable, as you can see right there. Those are the specs of the system. Okay. It's not a Dell. I just put a little hack on it to make it look like a Dell. But, yeah. I'm really, really curious. What will happen if I take it and update it to the supposedly unsupported Windows 10? And that's what I'm going to do right now. I'll be back in the next clip. Okay, so I had wanted to do a screen recording using this mic right here. That's a power source. But this machine's graphics processor, the GMA 950, with like 64 megabytes of shared VRAM, I believe, is not compatible with the app I wanted to use right there, OBS Studio. So I guess I'm going to hold the phone up. Let's go then. Start Media Creation Tool, that's what you have to download. And you can either use it to make a USB stick like that, or you can just do it like an in-place upgrade from Windows 7 and up. And I don't understand why it's taking so long for it to show up. Come on. Is it going to load 2 copies now? There's a problem starting setup. Close the tool and restart your PC and then try running the tool again. Really now? Interesting. Maybe I can't upgrade from Windows 7 even? I have to go from SP1? Oh, there it is. Ha ha ha. Took it a moment. That's why the second instances are like, WTF, mate. Alright, getting a few things ready. That's the typical Windows 8 and up spinner. Oh man, I couldn't go in close on it. Alright, so we accept the terms. Still getting a few things ready. And yeah, I haven't changed the default wallpaper. It's still the Windows 7 wallpaper. And alright, I'm gonna bring that up. Upgrade this PC now. Yes. And I have no qualms with reinstalling if everything screws up. So let's just do next. Oh, it has to download. This can take a while. So even though I have a pretty zippy internet connection, it's going over Wi-Fi, as you can see down here. And this will take a while. So I'm going to cut it here and I'll come back when it's complete. Alright, it's finished downloading. And that's now verifying what the hell it downloaded, which is an ISO of Windows 10, but yeah. And I thought this progress is going to go much faster. I was playing a video game for a moment while it was downloading, but I might be able to play a little bit more while this processes, while this verifies. So yeah, I'll be right back with the magic of video editing. Oh, never mind. Oh wow, that progressed really freaking fast. Would have had to make another clip then. Okay, I'm glad I waited. Okay, now creating Windows 10 media. Feel free to keep using your PC. Yeah, well, I won't because I'm making a video here, and this machine is probably gonna run really crappy with Windows 10, but I'm just curious because Windows 10 is supposed to run on a whole plethora of different hardware, a whole like range of hardware, like Windows 7 was. I mean, you can put Windows 7 on a system with 512 megs of RAM, or even just a gig of RAM. You know, it'll run on anything. Windows 10, which is technically 3 versions later. Oh, why did the screen go black? I wonder. Did I just go to sleep? Yeah, I just went to sleep. All right. I thought that was part of the the process here, but it's not. All right, so it's got 17% making the media. So that could take a minute. So I will make another clip here. I will cut it here. And I'll be back once I notice that it's far enough in. All right, BRB. Okay, so it's done creating the install media. And it's closing. It looks like it's rebooting. I think. Come on. All right. Now it's preparing already at 26, 30%, 32. This would be really, really interesting if I can get Windows 8 to run on a GMA 950 graphics processor with the 64 megabytes of RAM that I mentioned earlier. And 67%. Ooh. Checking for updates. One of the reasons why I didn't do this on my main system, which is actually a Hackintosh right now, is because I don't want to deal with the creators update. I've heard a lot of stuff about that. And it seems like it's actually rebooting now. Or not. Interesting how it just closes out of the media creation tool and it will eventually reboot. I know that. I have installed Windows 10 in this fashion before. But yeah, we're getting a few things ready. I decided to try it like this because it's a pain in the butt to get a bootable Windows 10 USB stick working on this machine. And Windows 10, I mean, I can always use this USB, sorry for the mess, guys, this USB DVD drive, which I installed Windows 7 with, and get Windows 10 on there, burn a Windows 10 disk. But yeah, okay, it's asking me for my product key, of which I'll just skip for now. Can I skip it? Doesn't look like I can. Let me just do as many characters as I can. It'll be invalid. Okay, it's checking it. It's totally wrong, but I just want it to install. Interesting. Interesting. All right, let me figure this out, and I'll be back. All right, so I found my product key, and I'm not going to show it to you. So I'm clicking next. All right. And I'm going to accept the software license, of course. Okay, let's see, choose what to keep. All right, And it's saying getting updates. Yeah, there's nothing to keep. There's nothing not to keep because I'm not wiping. So yeah, let's see what's this doing here. Okay, checking for updates. 3%, 7, 11. How 7, 11? That's where I work. Not saying which one though. Anyway. All right, I'll let this do this and I'll be right back. Okay, so now it's saying make sure you're ready to install. So take a few minutes, please wait. I might have to make another clip here. Right, and while it's doing that, I'll show you condition of this keyboard. It's not too bad. This is a 2007 model. It's my brother's old one. Mine is in pieces in some trash heap somewhere. And the stuff down here, like the infrared sensor and the sleep wake light, don't work anymore. I'm sure we can, my friend and I can like open it and resolder wires or something, but I'd rather not mess with that. And move some stuff out of the way here. Okay, headset, you can listen to me, please. On this side here, oh, there we go, there's a shot. That used to be a DVD drive, a DVD burner, in fact. But I took it out, and I can put a secondary storage device, like an SSD or another hard drive in there if I want, or even another identical DVD drive. And on this side, you just have your typical headphone, line in, two USB 2.0 ports, a FireWire 400 port. You don't see those anymore on Macs, on Mac hardware. A display out port and an Ethernet port, as well as a MagSafe. Okay, now it's progressed. It says making sure your PC has enough space. It had better have enough space. I have over 400 gigabytes free, and this only takes about like 20, if not a little bit less. So this should go smoothly, at least from the installation phase. Okay, ready to install. You won't be able to use your PC while Windows installs. Save and close your files before you begin. To recap, you've chosen to install Windows 10 Pro, because I have Windows 7 Pro here. Install and keep personal files. All right, that's fine. Let's take the plunge. Oh, okay, good. I was making sure it was recording. I was recording. Ha ha ha. All right, installing Windows 10. Your PC will restart several times. This might take a while. Okay, now the fun begins. So it's doing its thing. And I guess I can give you a tour of my main desktop system, which is sitting down there. All right, and here's my setup here. Triple display for the win. And yeah. So while it does its thing, it's on currently. Oh, it jumped to 6%, like after 2 seconds ago. All right. While it does its thing, I'm going to cut it here, and I'll be back once it's closer to 100%. All right. See you guys soon. All right. It's time for, I guess, what looks to be the first restart. Your PC will restart in a few moments. Okay. There's the cancel button if you ever need to hit cancel. All right. All right, come on. If this works, that would be really cool. And I think this upgrade should work. This just a direct upgrade path should work because Windows 10 is famous, as far as I'm concerned, for just going out onto the web via Windows Update, and it gets updated drivers and whatnot without you having to go to the vendor. So that is really cool, I think. And it says it still hasn't restarted yet, as you guys can see. Oh, it might be restarting now because I didn't touch anything. My hands are right here, and I'm not touching the keyboard. Yep, there it goes. Logging off, shutting down. I am very curious to see if this will work. All right. Oh, am I gonna get the Apple chime? Yup. All right. And normally you would see the Apple logo. All right, there we go. Now I should see the Windows 10 blue flag with the spinner, or not. Okay, that's as if you're started up with started up with a DVD or a USB stick. And it's loading stuff. It's taking a moment. Yeah, it's taking a moment. All right. So I'll let it do this, and I'll be right back. Okay, so it's finished loading files, and now we're at the typical Windows 8, 8.1, and 10 blue Windows logo. All right, working on updates. Don't turn off your PC. I almost said turn off your PC. This will take a while. All right, I might have to do another cut, but there's a little update because it changed. It still says your PC will restore several times. This would be time number 1. And yeah, I'll come back once there's more to film because I'm not going to be standing here for the next like 10 minutes while it does that. So I'll be right back. All right, the next reboot happened. Okay. It's doing something. The fans are roaring. There it goes. Maybe it'll go through the whole like first setup wizard. Let's see what it does. I have yet to see the typical spinner. Ah, there it is. All right. Okay, it's taking a bit. Spinny, spinny, spinny. All right, the Windows logo disappeared. Weird. It disappeared. And that guy is still spinning. That's interesting. I actually have to admit that I haven't installed Windows 10 on anything in a while. Oh wow, Windows 10 logo is back. This is quite interesting. This only has a regular hard drive in it. Okay, working on updates. Don't turn off your PC. It's on 30%. Okay. Still says your PC will restart several times. This is the second time it's restarted now. And once it shows any signs of progress, I'm not from Canada, progress. I will come back. And I believe what's to be the final reboot has happened. All right. Let's see what's going to happen now. I should see the blue Windows 10 logo, followed by the setup assistant, or whatever they call it, the first run. And if it ever shows up, there it is. This is good progress so far. And I've yet to see the spinny thing down there. There it is. Now, according to www.everymac.com, I'll leave a link to them in the description below, they say that this machine technically fits the minimum tech specs, minimum requirements, system requirements for Windows 8 8.1. And I'm wondering how far I'm pushing the hardware to run Windows 10. So this has been a pretty fun experiment so far, even though I haven't really started to use it much, but this is still pretty cool that's gotten this far. And it's on the updates at 75%, that's where it rebooted to this point. And I'm very curious if it's going to move from 75 to 99 or something, or if it's just going to reboot again. I don't know. But this is quite the interesting video so far, if you ask me. If you understand what's going on, that is. But I think most of my audience is pretty technically inclined, so I think you'll be fine with knowing what's going on. And I guess you can count this to be a how-to video, but it's not really me showing you how to do anything directly, because I'm just pointing my phone, a camera, at a laptop installing Windows. But again, the reason why this is so interesting is because this hardware is so old and the graphics chip is so weak. I'm very curious how this is going to run on Windows 10. If it runs well, I'll leave it alone. If it doesn't run well, I'll just roll back to Windows 7 and install Service Pack 1 and all that awesomeness that comes with, not really, and just continue using it like that. But if Windows 10 runs well, which is the current version of Windows, most current version of Windows available, then that would be really cool. Oh wow, 76%. Yeah, this might progress faster than I thought it would. But yeah, once it continues and gets farther in, I'll be back. All right, it is now at 99%. And I wonder if it's going to reboot again. If it does, I'll wait for it to get anywhere and then I'll be back. But let's see what happens. Maybe it'll let me into the UI. And oh, welcome to Windows 10. I guess I can go ahead and click there. Oh no, I can just click next. Okay, I'll accept all the defaults. I want to use Cortana. Alright, new apps for the new Windows, whatever, I won't be using them much. Okay, finalizing settings. And I don't think I'll have to go through the traditional setup because it just did a straight upgrade from Windows 7. But let's see what it does. Okay. And I'll be right back after I enter my password. Alright, I've entered my password. And okay, you know what? I think it will have to go through that typical Windows 10 setup, Windows 8 and 10 setup procedure. Um, I'm just going to do the express settings, but so far it looks to be running pretty smoothly. But at the same time, I haven't really gone in to see if there's any lag when opening and closing windows and launching programs and whatever. But so far, there hasn't been much of a hiccup, and I am very pleased with this experiment and journey so far. So yeah, once it changes away from the screen, I'll be back. All right, it just says now let's start. Okay, so there isn't the typical setup, but okay, I had installed Bing Bar by accident and that's gone. But Windows 10 is up and running. Yeah, it's yelling about network drives. You can be quiet. And right now it's searching for display drivers and the screen will probably flicker in a moment. Because right now it looks like it's at some weird 4:3 resolution. It looks like it's at like 1024 by 768, I believe. Okay, the bootcamp drivers are perfect. All right, oops. Display settings. What is my current resolution? 1024 by 768, that's right. But I can only go down to 800 by 600. Let's see. What happens if I put the scale down to 100%? All right, I like that scale at 100% because I'm not blind, guys. And it's looking for display drivers and it's doing its little Windows update cycle. And yeah, it looks like, what's these actions recommended here? It looks like this upgrade was successful. I am pretty pleased. And let's see, it's kind of awkward, lack of a better word, to do all this through the viewfinder of my phone. But I'm trying to see if I can get the system properties up. I guess I right click here. Okay, now that's just gonna get me the physical drive properties. But yeah, no, all you guys are gonna see in the system properties actually is the fact that it's now Windows 10 and it's got 2.97 gigs of RAM usable, etc. And yeah, I am considering this experiment a success. I'm deeming this experiment a success, rather. And yeah, I am going to, okay, down there, you see some different stuff down there. The time is correct. Yeah, this was completely successful. I don't think I'll need to install any drivers myself. It looks like Windows 10's Windows Update is doing just that. Yep, there it goes, screen flicker. And I think I'm at the proper resolution now. Let me go look. 1280 by 800. Boom. That is the proper resolution for this 13.3-inch display panel, and there we go. This has been a successful upgrade from Windows 7. Windows 7 Pro 32-bit to Windows 10 Pro 32-bit. And I want to thank everyone for watching and listening to my banter here. And if you like my content, please like, favorite, subscribe, and share, because other people might want to know if this is possible on a 2007 grade MacBook, not MacBook Pro even, just a regular MacBook from 2007. And yeah, thanks for watching, and more videos are to come relatively soon.